ladies and gentlemen, to the Talk All Things podcast. Once again, it is that time of the week again where we discuss all things football. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs. In fact, it was not Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs. It was Kaizer Chiefs hosting Mamelodi Sundowns at the Football Calabash, FNB Stadium. Kaizer Chiefs 1, Mamelodi Sundowns 2. A lot of controversy happened during that game. I'm with Thabo here, my brother. How are you? Thibos,
I'm fine, how are you?
the legend of Orlando Pirates supporters. If you don't know, if you are new to this channel, you will introduce himself again. Give us your overall assessment of the game. Give us your analysis from the first half to the second half. Give us your assessment of the game. How Sundowns won and so forth.
Yes, before I can give the assessment of the game, let me start by greeting all the football lovers, Orlando Pirates supporters, Chiefs supporters, Sundowns supporters, all football lovers around South Africa. Here is what we are listening to, the legend of Orlando Pirates, the one and the only, is in the house. Thibos, I'm here to analyze our weekend game.
Big fixture.
The big features we saw, the game. It was very, very, very scintillating game. A very, very entertaining game. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it must be one winner. Fortunately, Sundowns walk away with 3 points. Chiefs lost the game, but it was a very, very entertaining game. A tough one, very exciting game. As a football supporter, I did enjoy watching the game. So yes, there was a controversy there and there, but the game on its own, it was a very exciting game. A game that we'll never forget it. I just want to take my hood off for Chiefs. They played very well. Not taking anything away from Sundowns, they also play a very exciting football. It shows the experience that they have, the consistency that they have. That's why they were able to overcome Kaizer Chiefs and score an equalizing goal by Ribeiro. It was a great goal. The goal was scored by Ribeiro. It was a great goal, a great passes.
Let's start with the goal of
Chivavaro. Yes. The first 5 minutes, it was Chiefs game. They take all game into Sundowns. Sundowns was not there. Chiefs, they attack quick. They were quick on the ball. They released the ball quick. They just passes the ball to Frosler. Frosler just saw space on Chivaviro, who was on the run. He just overran and overpower Musa Libusa to score just that the first goal of the match.
Do you think Musa
within 5 minutes
could have done better?
I think Musa Libusa could have done better than that, because if you can see, Musa Libusa was in front of Chivaviro, but Chivaviro, because of the speed and the power that he had, he was able to overpower Musa Libusa to score that goal. So it was a very great goal, very through pass from Frosler. So yes, Kaizer Chiefs, first 5 minutes it was Chiefs game. Then Sundowns came back. 10 minutes it was Sundowns game. They came back strongly. They were attacking. They were just running with the ball, distributing the ball to their players. The players were quick on the ball. That interpasses between Zwane, Ribeiro, Matthews.
Matthews.
Yes, so it was very quick. interpasses.
Inter-
So Chiefs, they didn't even contain those players. So they were able to score an equalizing goal through Ribeiro. It was a great goal.
Very, very, very excellent goal.
Very, 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 very,
Not-
very,
not
very
every
great
player
goal.
would have scored that day.
Very, very at a
awkward
tight,
angle.
tight angle,
Yeah,
where the
awkward
goalkeeper was just trying to
close the
cover
first post.
to cover that post, but he managed just to scoop on top of the head of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So it went through, and then it was 1-1. So Sundowns came back again. It was first half. They did dominate the game. They take the game to Chiefs. Chiefs were not there to be found. So they were just chasing the shadows of the Sundowns players because they were quick. There were quick interpasses between the Sundowns players. So they came and the ball that was the leading goal. That was caused many controversy and caused many the second goal of Sundowns. It was a great goal. It was not an offside. It was a tight angle just to hold that offside, because if you can see that the line, the player that was offside, it was Allende. Allende was in front of those players who are on the line. So the other players were on the line, but Allende didn't interfere with the play. He was just standing there, but the person who crossed the ball and who scored the goal, he was onside. And
But it was a very tight call.
It was a very tight decision to make, but really, if you can see,
because it has been said that
if you can see, all the players were on the line. So if you can see that the body of the Ribeiro, he was just leaning towards the line, and also the leg of one of the Chiefs players, it was just stretched towards the
Miguel.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Miguel leg, it was just stretched towards the line. So you can see that he was trying to, he didn't aware that he was just closing that an offside trap that was Chiefs was trying to play. But unfortunately, it wasn't given to be an offside. It was an offside because the leg he put Ribeiro onside.
So you saw
stretching that leg.
So you saw the Chiefs bench. They went.
Yes, they were furious.
Even in fact, they were very furious. Even at the end of the first half, they went and they were so adamant that was an offside. But it has been said when the referees like the principal Victor Hlongwane, because he normally clears everything on the show called Soccer Zone. The law of the game says if it's a tight margin or if it's a tight call, in such instances, they say you give a benefit to the down to taking club.
That's
so
correct.
I'm saying it was a correct call, but you don't blame them for being furious like that, because even the fans, even after the game, as well the stadium, they were so adamant that was an offside.
But I don't think those players that the way they reacted, it was wrong, because they are trying to provocate the fans, because if you can see the way they stand up simultaneously towards the last man, it shows they were not happy about the referee decision. But the referee decision is final. As we know that the referee cannot change, or they cannot make, their reaction cannot make the referee to change his decision. Because as we know that in football, the referee decision is final. Even if you can jump, or even if you can just hold the referee by his t-shirt, the referee cannot change the decision. So they have to accept the decision of the referee. It's football. This kind of things do happen in football. So, and it happened in previous game where Chiefs were used to win games through referees. So why should now they are just trying to complain, trying to attack the referee, trying to disrupt the game? So this kind of action do happen in football. So they have just to sit down and calm down and be peaceful and accept the defeat, because Sundowns, they did show that they are the best team at the end of the day, because they able to come back strongly. They were able to dominate Chiefs. Chiefs were not there to be seen, but second half Chiefs were just throwing everything at Sundowns. They were just looking for the equalizer, but unfortunately the equalizer, it was the referee called it an offside, but really it was not an offside. It was a fault by one of the Chiefs.
He just for
Miguel.
Yeah,
He pushed Musal Busa.
Yeah.
So Musal Busa go down. So the referee didn't ref for offside. He ref for the fall that was committed by Miguel. So the game.
So it was very questionable when you see it live at the stadium with the naked eye. But with various different angles and even the shots from the fans who are in the stadium, because at this day and age it's no longer in the early 90s and 2000 where we only rely on the camera of a certain production team. But we saw when they showed us even yesterday, it is clear that the guy, it is Miguel, pushed Musali Busa. But with the naked eye, that's why the Kaizer Chiefs fans were so furious, and it seems as if it was. But it means the referee got that decision spot on. So let me ask you a quick question. The referee, how much do you give the referee out of 10 for that game? And
I can give him 7 out of 10.
Why 7 out of 10? If you say he got these two decisions spot on, why are you giving him 7 out of 10?
No. There are some instances where the referee should have the referee should have cautioned some of the Sundowns players who were not playing a good, who were just pushing some, or maybe were just trying to tackle some of the Chiefs players, but the referee let it go. That is, so in that instant like that, so that's where then I deduct some of the points. So some of his decision was questionable at the. So, but
7 out of 10, you see.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
And then it was a game of 2 halves, like you said. Give me game of 2 halves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Kaizer Chiefs first. We were anticipating that Gaston Sirino will have a game of his life. Out of 10, how much do you give Gaston Sirino on that game?
No, Gaston Sirino did play well. He did play well. I cannot say how much.
No. Rate him.
No.
You're giving us a rate.
Oh, he did well. I can say he played. I can say 8 out of 10, because when the game started to grow up, Sirino was started just not to be seen. He was just
but he didn't
tired.
rate anything. He was not a danger to Mamelodi Sundowns. So 8 is a high mark. I will rate Gaston Sirino.
No, he did play well, Gaston Sirino.
5 out of 10.
There's some instance where he just distributed the ball. He was just going forward quickly. He was just trying to pass the ball to some running Chiefs players. So he did very well, Gaston Sirino. I'm not taking anything away from him. He played very well, but unfortunately, the complexion of the game, it was too high for him, because he was just started. You can see that his legs cannot carry him anymore, so he was just tired.
To prove.
So,
but that boy dealt with him.
But
Tiwana, the left back of Sundowns, dealt with him very nicely. That's
yes,
what I'm saying. I'm surprised when you give him 8. 8
no,
is a high mark.
No, yes,
because he was not a threat.
No, he was a threat when he was on the ball. He was a threat because when he's on the ball, we know Gaston Sirino. We know Gaston Sirino. When he's just have the ball on him, we know him. Just he used the ball correctly. He passed the ball. He just put himself on the space. He's just trying to. He's on the run all the time.
Okay.
He's able to create space for himself, and he's able to score goals. But unfortunately, he was well looked by Duma. Who said this? Duma.
Yes, Tiwani.
Yes, Tiwani.
Do you agree with this legend Orlando Pirates supporter that Gaston Sirino got 8 out of 10? I'm giving you my rate as well. You can just give us out of 10. I give Gaston Sirino 5 in that game, because I don't think he imposed any danger to the Mamelodi Sundowns back four. Which player stood for you in that game for Kaizer Chiefs? So that probably stood out.
I can't single out the individual, but Chiefs did play well as a collective.
Shabalala, how did Shabalala play?
Yes, Shabalala played well, even when, yes, Shabalala played very well. And even this guy, Mfundo Villagas, when he came in, yes, he played very well. He was able to take the game to Sundowns. So, because of their quick on the ball,
Mfundo Shabalala,
so they are skillful.
rate him out of 10.
Mfundo Shabalala, I can give him 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10
Yes.
as well. Chivavaro,
Chivavaro, I can give him 9. He plays very well. Chivavaro.
he played very well.
He played very well.
was,
He know how to
yeah.
to position himself. He know how to run. Where to. So in that instance, Chivavaro really played very well. So I give him 9 out of 10. So that's why he was able to score goals.
Yeah.
So
A goal.
yes. No, yeah, a goal.
Yeah, he was a threat. He
Yes, he was a threat.
You see, even Musa Lubusa,
Even Musa Lubusa, he didn't feel well on the field because he was a threat on Musa Lubusa. He's so powerful, so strong on the ball. He's so tall, so he can able to shield the ball well. So he can run, carrying other players next to him because he's powerful. He can able to shoot. So yeah, I give him 9 out of 10.
No, I saw him as well.
He did play very well.
I saw him as well with my naked eye in the stadium, and that man can be a menace to many defense in the league. Let's take it to Sundowns. Not only Sundowns dominated the first half. Rate Ribeiro out of 10. How much are you giving him?
I can give him 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Because
10 out of 10. Which one?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yes. Ribeiro, as always, his left foot is a magic. Yes. The goal that he scored or the goal that he used to score when he's playing, those are the dangerous shots all the time. This left foot of his is very strong on the left foot. He's able to shoot. So I give him 9 out of 10. And then he always able to create great goal for Reyners. So Matthews, yes, he did play well. I can give him 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yes,
Yeah, he was a very,
he was very mobile.
Very
he was
dangerous.
all over. Yes, he was dangerous when he
seems like a
on the
Bafana
ball.
Bafana prospect.
He is.
I think he'll be
He
called
is.
by Hugo Broos.
I think Hugo Bruce is watching him. He's very effective going forward.
Temba Zwane,
Tempers one, yes, he played
9
very
out of
well.
10.
I can
10
give him 8 out of 10. Because Tempers one, as we know, that he has played a lot of games
I give
previously.
I give
So,
him
and
5
then
out
in
of
his
10.
legs, it doesn't carry him.
5 out of 10. What are you saying?
I say 8
8 out of 10.
out of 10. Yes, he did very well.
So I need you to give me your perspective on this as well. Oh, your mic is switched off. It's fine. We'll use this one.
Yes.
After who's this? After Ribeiro and Temba Zwane being substituted, that's where Sundowns came in. Kaizer Chiefs came in and started to dominate the game and started to put a threat. So, do you agree with those substitutes of Mangoba Mniti? Was it a technical error from him, or was it a technical change? Probably that worked.
No,
did it work against Sundowns, or did it work for Sundowns?
According to me, it was a technical error. In games such a magnitude, those two players, you don't replace them. Those are the players that you can expect anything from them because they are able to run for 90 minutes. So we cannot substitute those kind of players because those players, they add value to the team. Those players are dangerous. They make Chiefs to defend. After Mangoba substituted them, we can see that Chiefs started to control the game, started to take the game to Sundowns. So Sundowns there were no response from Sundowns because Chiefs were strong on the ball. They were running. Those Fundo Vilagasi and that guy who's the youngest one, Chabalala.
Yeah.
They were so strong. They were able to
playing
run
good
on the
as well.
ball. So they were mobile. There was a mobility within Chiefs players. So it shows Mangoba Mniti have made a mistake by substituting those kind of players, because in that game of magnitude, those two players, we don't have to substitute them, because anything can happen from them, because they are able to run for 90 minutes. They've got the engine, they've got energy, they've got speed, they are skillful, so they can shoot from any angle. So if you replace them, you are killing the team. So it was a mistake. That's why Chiefs were pressing Sundowns and were able to score that disallowed goal. Shows Mangoba have made a big mistake. They have give Chiefs plenty of time to attack them.
Yeah.
So it was that space. It was seen when he substituted those two players. It was seen, or there was a gap. So Ribeiro and Tembazwani, they were not there. So there were no one. Chiefs were just controlling the midfield. So it shows that Mangoba have made a very technical error.
Okay, no problem. Do you agree with Thibaut, the Orlando Pirates legend supporter, or not? Did that substitute have an impact or an effect, or was Kaizer Chiefs going to come and perform the way they did second half, whether they were in or not? Tell me, give us your perspective on 10 out of 10. Let's rate Coach Nabi on the overall performance of the team. Out of 10, how much are you giving him?
You can give me 8.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, because there are some mistakes that I have seen. I'm not sure his formation, because if you can see player like this guy, this colored guy who's playing in the midfield, who's playing number 6.
The character for Chiefs.
Yes, of the Chiefs, who's marked.
Marked.
In most cases, he was supposed to defend as a defensive midfield. He was supposed to tackle some of the ball, or some of the ball that was put in the Chiefs area, but he was not there to assist the defense of Kaizer Chiefs. That's why sometimes were too strong for Chiefs up front. So because of Mark were not there at the right time. Sometimes he was caught napping. So where he didn't know where to he was just caught napping around. So that's why sometimes we're able to score some quick 2 goals. So I don't know how he was just being, because he was supposed to be substituted. To me, Mark was not there. Yeah, he was not there at all.
So Mark was the worst player for you on that game?
Mark was the worst player, not the worst as such, but he was
the worst performing.
He was the worst performing in the midfield. He didn't play as a number 6, as a defensive midfielder, because sometimes we're able to dominate the midfield.
You say 8 out of 10 for
create
Nabi.
Space.
8 out of 10 for Nabi.
8 out of 10.
Let's keep it rolling. Mangoba Mniti, out of 10, how much are you giving him?
I can give him 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Because he was able to defend his lead, and he was able to score equalizing and winning goals in the first half. He wrapped the game at first half. The game was already wrapped when those 2 players were substituted, but this was a technical error to replace those potential players. Those are the potential players. Those players in such a magnitude of that game. We don't need to replace them. We left them because those players are able to score from anywhere. So we don't substitute those kind of players. We leave them on the ground. So because we can see after they have been substituted, Chiefs were starting to take the game to Sundowns. They were controlling the midfield. They were penetrating Sundowns. Sundowns were chasing shadows. So it was lucky that the referee blew the whistles. If it was maybe at the time.
You said it's how much?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yes. The blunder that he made substitutes in those two players.
I give Nabi 10 out of 10. Reason why I give him 10 out of 10 is because the man, he has improved Kaizer Chiefs in leaps and bounces. And I think I've never seen Kaizer Chiefs, I think you'd agree with me, I've never seen Kaizer Chiefs playing like this in 9 years, or probably 10 years. So I would probably give him 10 out of 10.
I will differ with you, man. If we can say give him 10 out of 10, I will differ because there was some of the mistake that he need to learn from that mistake. Because always Chiefs, when Chiefs score first, they tend to relax. They relax. They allow the opponents to come towards them. Just like a game against Amazon, the previous game against Amazon during the week. Chiefs were leading 3. Yes, it was leading 3-0. So Amazon were able to come back strongly. They were just trying to find trying to reduce the score. Unfortunately, this guy from Zambia, is it from Zambia? The guy who missed the penalty. Not this guy from the loan from Sundowns. Igadaru. Yes.
He hit the post 3 times.
The post 3 times.
Yeah.
So it shows that Amazon was all over Chiefs. Chiefs were not there to be seen. Chiefs must just trying to, because in most cases I have seen Chiefs score first and then they tend to relax, allow the opponents to come to them and attack them. Because in that situation they will find themselves in some danger. So he must try to correct that kind of mistakes. If they score, so they must act. They mustn't relax. They must keep on pushing until to the last minutes of the game. So they intend to relax in most cases.
So you're disagreeing with me?
I disagree with you.
Nabi says we cannot give Nabi 10 out of 10 because when you're saying 10 out of 10 is perfect, tell us what you think. Mangoba Mniti, I would give him 8 out of 10 as well. Because obviously Sanders was playing against an improved Kaizer Chiefs. You cannot, because I heard him before the game, he said there's moments that we're going to suffer in this game. So some Sundowns supporters, they were so angry and Mangoba this, Mangoba that, but they forget that this Kaizer Chiefs is no longer the same Kaizer Chiefs of 10 years. So we are not playing a small team. So the fact that even Mangoba saw it before the game, he says, no, we are playing against a club that is rejuvenated, a club that is going towards a certain direction, and we are prepared to suffer. And that's why in the 60th minute they suffered. So I will give him 8 out of 10 because others will say no, but Kaizer Chiefs, Sundowns, the last game against Kaizer Chiefs, they beat them 5-1, but this is a different Kaizer Chiefs. So the only 2 points that I'll deduct from Mangoba is because of the substitute, because that's what I said as well in the stadium. I said no, but you can't substitute like you said, you can't substitute Robero and Zwane at the same time. It's either you take out one, you leave one. Even if Zwane was not performing like that, but it's a big game, and he loves big games, and he can give you a magic at the dying hours of the game. So yeah, just 8 out of 10. Mangoba, how much are you giving him?
I give Mangoba 10 out of 10. I tend to differ with you, Spoo. Mangoba Mniti, as you can just heard from the previous game that he played, the MTN 8, Sundowns supporters were not giving him a chance. But up to so far, if we can see the Sundowns, that the way they are playing, you can see that they have won all their 3 matches in the Betway Premiership. So it shows that Mangoba is doing wonders for Sundowns. So we cannot give him 8 out of 10 because up to so far Sundowns have not lost the Betway Premiership.
But on that,
so they have lost. Okay. They have won all their games of the Betway. So this kind of mistake it did happen in the game where some coaches used to make a blunder by substituting some of the players, maybe trying to, I don't know, maybe to implement some, or maybe come with some other tactics to implement to frustrate maybe Chiefs team. But to me, yes, he made blunders, but he was able to win the game at the end of the day. So a win is very important. Even though Chiefs was attacking, it was all over Sundowns, but the win is a win. Even if you win by 1-0 or you win maybe by some a goal that was scored in a scramble goal, it's a win. A win is a win. A 3 point, it's a 3 point. It's in the bag. So he did very well at the end of the day. And then the one who lost the game is the one who's supposed to be blamed, not the winning coach. You cannot blame the winning coach and say give him 10 out of 10 the losing coach. That's highly impossible, man, because Sundowns have won their last 3 game of the Betway. And then the Nabi have lost 1 game, win 2 games. So what do you say about the loss? You're saying he's doing wonders even if he lost the game. You cannot do that, man. You cannot say that.
Let's wrap it out. Let's wrap it up for now. Let's end it here. Do you agree with this legend Orlando Pirates supporter regarding his ratings? Give us your ratings on the comment section. Do you agree with myself on my ratings? And then also reason if you disagree, if you agree, why. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Talk All Things podcast. Thank you.
Thank you, football lovers. It was good to see you on the stadium in such a large numbers.